Hey everyone, this is the Millionaire Hippies podcast with your host, Boom Shikha, where we chat about spirituality, business, and health. We all want to live self-actualizing, fulfilling lives with joy, prosperity, and gratitude. Let's go on this beautiful journey together.
Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of my podcast. I'm Boom Shikha and this is the Millionaire Hippie podcast. This is going to be getting us closer to the 100th episode. I cannot believe that me, a person who's always looking for the shiny object, has this humongous shiny object syndrome that I'll be speaking about more in the next episode, has actually done something and stuck with something for more than a year actually now. So I'm so grateful. I am so thankful again that you're listening, and thank you again for sticking with me, even though a lot of the times I have no idea what I'm talking about. In this episode, I wanted to speak to you guys about intuition. And if you know anything about me, I am a major advocate of following and believing your intuition as much as possible. A lot of times I'll be doing something and I'll do it because my heart is telling me, my intuition is telling me to do it. I have no reason to believe that it's going to work. I have no reason to understand or know why I'm doing it. But my heart or intuition is telling me, go for this, go on this path. And because I trust my intuition, I will go on that path. Even though if you asked me to explain the reasoning behind my actions, I would have no idea why I was doing something. But that's not the point of it. It's because I trust my intuition and I know that my intuition never ever leads me wrong. It is one of those things like the law of gravity that I can completely believe in will work right every single time. Just like I know I'm going to fall to the ground if I jump off a tall building, exactly the same way I know if I follow my intuition to a T, my life is going to work out in that flow manner where everything is effortless, everything is egoless, everything is selfless, everything is timeless, and it's perfection. It's absolute magic, the magical life that I've spoken to you guys about before. But I wanted to say something because I've been noticing that a lot of intuitive people, and I found that mostly intuitive people will only hang out or be friends with intuitive people because a lot of times we're having these conversations where we tell someone we did something because we follow our intuition, but if they don't understand that, if they're not intuitive, a lot of times they're going to look at us like we're crazy. So I find that I always want to hang out with people who are intuitive themselves because that means that they'll be able to understand my language. They're going to be able to understand how I think. But I've been finding that a lot of these individuals have been telling me that they distrust their intuition. Mistrust their intuition is the right word. And I think it's because they know that it doesn't make any sense. A lot of times they'll be following their intuition and it's going to tell them to take a step in this direction, which makes absolutely no sense. Absolutely no sense. And they're looking at themselves in the mirror, or they're talking to themselves as I always do, and my voice inside my head, the critical censor voice, is telling me, what is wrong with you? How can you go on that path? It doesn't make any sense. Just because your intuition is telling you to do that doesn't mean you're going to do it. Are you going to jump off a building if your intuition tells you to do it? So that censor or critical voice is obviously right in a way. I mean, I don't know why my intuition is telling me to go that way. But we have to remember that our intuition is kind of plugged in to the source. It's plugged into the universe, to the entire universe. It's plugged into the collective consciousness. It's plugged into everything. So it knows much more than we could ever know. And in that regard, it's giving us this direction because it knows that we're supposed to go in that direction because there's something that we're going to find there that's going to enhance our life in some manner and bring us closer to the goal that we're working towards, right? So the intuition can see the entire universe. It can see all the different webs. It can see all the different pathways. It knows all. But we are not privy to that information as a thinking mind, as a thinking brain, as a human. You know, we're just too little and too small to actually see it all. So I feel like the universe has kind of given us this tool, intuition, that will kind of help us tap into all of that information. But because we're so small, we're human, we don't actually see why. Because we don't know, we can't see the whole pathway. We can't see the entire universe as our intuition can. So the intuition is telling you to go this way, and because intuitive people know that it's absolute craziness, I mean, that direction sometimes is going in the path of the tiger. It's going in the path of danger. And their intuition is like, no, that's okay. You can go that way. You're going to be completely fine. Don't worry about it. Take that path. You'll be totally fine. Do it. And you are sitting here and thinking, oh my God, I think my intuition's lost its mind. Or you're thinking, I don't know what I'm talking about. Maybe I'm losing my mind. Maybe I should stop listening to my intuition. Obviously, she doesn't know what she's talking about, or he doesn't know what he's talking about. And so we start doubting ourselves. I can give you an example. Recently, I was hanging out with an individual, and a lot of people, everyone around me was saying that that individual is absolutely awesome. Absolutely awesome. And they loved him, and they were enamored with him, and they had all this praise for him. But me, specifically my intuition, said, no, do not hang out with this person. He is an energy vampire. He's going to suck you dry. Do not hang out with him. Do not hang out with me. And so do not hang out with that person, right? And so then these red warning bells are going off in my head, and the intuition is telling me to not do it. And of course, I'm thinking to myself, everyone else seems to be fine. Why does my intuition pipe up at these moments where it does not make any sense? So I'm thinking to myself, no, my intuition is wrong. I don't know what I'm talking about. I should stop listening to my intuition. Obviously, it's losing its mind. It doesn't know anything, right? And then I go and meet up with a couple of other friends of mine, and they talk about this person, and they say, oh my God, there's this individual, and they're such an energy vampire, and I don't want to tell you the name, and I don't know, blah, blah. And I pipe and say, it's this person, isn't it? I don't know why I said it. There's a billion people it could possibly be, but I was like, no, it's this individual, right? And they said, yes. And I had no idea why I said those words, but it was my intuition telling me, because my intuition wanted me to realize that I was right. The intuition was right, and it was giving me a clue. So I said this, and they looked at me like I was insane. They're like, how did you know? I haven't been giving you any details about this person. How did you not know I was talking about this person? And I could not explain myself. It's because my intuition was talking, right? But my intuition was telling me, do not mistrust me. I know what's going on more than you will ever know in this lifetime. And so please trust me when I tell you to go in a certain direction. It is important for you to listen to me. And so the intuition is always trying to remind us, go in this direction because I'm telling you to do so, because I care about you, because I know where you want to get to, and I know the best pathway to it. I know the shortest route to your dreams. So follow what I'm telling you to do. But as intuitives, because a lot of this information is coming at us in ways that we are not even aware of, I have no idea why I said that name. I don't know. It was my intuition that told me to say it, my heart, whatever you want to call it. I had no idea why that was the word that came up, that the name that came up. But it was my intuition talking, and the intuition knows everything. It knows exactly what we're supposed to be doing in every moment of every day. As an intuitive, a lot of times we listen to our intuition, and that's awesome. We're supposed to listen to our intuition day in and day out without question. That's what I think of as my intuition. My intuition is my muse. It's the universe. It's the collective consciousness. It's the source. It's the Holy Spirit. It's the gods that we all pray to. It's all of it. That is what intuition is. You can put a name on it. You can put a label on it. It doesn't really matter. A lot of times we also say it's gut instinct, right? And we do have a second brain in our gut. That's something we'll be speaking about further in the few next lessons. But we have a second brain in our gut. So we have more neurons in our gut than we have in our brain. And so a lot of this information comes from our gut. And that's what we say. We're listening to our gut. We're listening to our intuition. And a lot of this is also based on body intelligence. It's based on your body telling you something. A lot of times you'll meet a person and all of a sudden the hair on your arm rises, and it's not in a good way. And all of a sudden your heart starts beating really fast, and you feel, I don't know what's going on, but I don't like this person. My body's telling me to get away from this individual as fast as possible. That is your body's intelligence. That's your intuition. Whatever name you want to give it to, that is your intuition telling you, run fast, run away from this person. This is not going to be a good relationship for you. Be careful, be careful. Red warning bells, blah, 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 right? And so we need to listen to our intuition. That's basically the tenet of this whole podcast, is do not mistrust your intuition. A lot of times I will be speaking to intuitive people and they're going to say, I don't know how I know. And I know I say exactly the same thing all the time. I don't know how I know, but I know that I'm supposed to take this path. I don't know how I know, but I know I'm supposed to be talking about this today. I don't know how I know, but I know I'm supposed to move to Chiang Mai. I don't know how I know, but I know this person is going to be the best friend ever for me for life. There's so many things that I know. I don't know why, but I know them so intimately and so deeply because it is my intuition, my gut, my universe, my guardian angel, whatever you want to call it, telling me to follow that path. Because our guardian angels, our intuition, our universe, they know everything and they know where we want to get to. All we need to do is listen and follow the path with belief and trust that the intuition is never going to lead us wrong because it never has led us wrong in the past. Trust, believe, and follow the path without any questions. I hope this makes sense to you guys. Again, my name is Boom Shikha, and you're more than welcome to check out my website, themillionairehippie.com. Talk to you guys the next time around. Bye for now.